Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rizky with name 21, 30, 10, 40, and 25. I'm from class TBI 4A. Today I will explain to you about project was listening for argumentative text. There are 8 points I will explain to you. The first one is about argumentative text. The second one is about structure of debate. The third one is about video debate. Part 1 is opening government. Part 2 is opening opposition. Part 3 is closing government. Part 4 is closing opposition. This one I will explain to you about the definition of argumentative text. For the first material is about definition of argumentative text. Argumentative text is a type of spoken or written text that is intended to explain the listener or readers that something should or should not happen or be done. Argumentative text is a text which is written to argue about something debated. The second part, I will explain to you about definition of debate. The second material about definition of debate. Debate is a speaking game in which two sides role play, arguing for or against and agree upon a proposition. A proposition is a statement in support of a value, belief, or policy. The next, I will explain to you the structure of debate. The third material is about the structure of debate. The structure of debate, the first one is attention gather. The second is background. The third is thesis, statement, or claim. Next, argument. The five, reasoning, evidence, counter argument, rebuttals, and conclusion.
Intellectually, or even though having a competition with other participants and then improving this.
Education, making campaigns, training impartial, always important, the basic writing of
We believe that there needs to be a policy and with the policy in action which makes sure that
voluntary individuals should not be neglected. Ladies and gentlemen,
Next, I will explain to you about the debate video. For the title, this video is Intelligence High School Debate. For the themes, in this video we have 4 themes. The first theme is Kongji High School. It is as opening government. The second theme is Anyang Forage Language High School as opening opposition. The third theme is Seva High School as closing government, and the last theme is Global Donkin High School as closing opposition. For the judges, we have 4 judges. The first one is Professor Joshua Park. The second is Professor Kong Yong San. The third is Professor John Gillis, and the four judges is 50 students from Songnam Forage Language High School. And for this this video have motion is this house will legalize voluntary euthanasia. Next, I will explain about opening government. For the opening government, it's Kongji High School. For the background, they are say all euthanasia makes patient comfortable. Sympathizing with pain is very hard unless we personally experience the pain. So we could not exactly know the pain of critical patient. We have to allow euthanasia to reduce the patient pain. The second background is cost using in live conversation is inconsiderable, is enormous. It will make sense if the patient could be healthy by the treatment. But if the treatment is for only extending the life, it makes no sense. Also, it needs a lot of money to extend the life. So, treatment will be a financial burden to family. For the third background is paradoxically, euthanasia can save someone's life. Patient who is dead by Eastern Asia can donate the organ to sick people. So we can not only reduce the pain of the crucial patient, but all those spare one's life. And the last background is euthanasia is a kind of murder, but I think euthanasia is basically different. Murder gives the pain to the victim, but in the other hand, euthanasia is one's pain. Also, opposite side will say there is not moral to kill person without patent opinion, but it is important that our topic is not just euthanasia but voluntary euthanasia. I think we should respect one's choice.
Exactly know the pain of critical patients. When we see them, maybe we would think they are not suffering because they are not moving. But actually, even though the patient is vegetable, they are suffering mentally. We have to allow euthanasia to reduce the patient's pain. Second, cost using in life conservation is enormous.
And for the opening government session, we have a POI from Anyang High School. They said, you said it's a voluntary euthanasia. Then how can people in the vegetarian states make a volunteering to unpick euthanasia or not? And Kongji High School answer, the first is, so I say that I assume that euthanasia system it's not perfect, but for this reason, so I think it's important to gain the person opinion before the accident, and so emphasize once more time, euthanasia it's not a murder and we have to respect one's choice.
Yes.
You said it's a voluntary euthanasia, then how can people in the vegetation state make a volunteering to take euthanasia or not?
And the last part in debate, Kongji High School give us the conclusion. The conclusion is, I assume this euthanasia system is not perfect. However, as I have mentioned, if the euthanasia reduce patient pain and lessen the family's financial burden and save one's life by donating organs, and to emphasize one more time. The part 2 is from opening opposition.
Value. But before moving on to my speech, I would like to make some rebuttals to the previous speaker. First of all, they said that euthanasia can help those patients who are suffering to gain comfort. However, we believe that comfort of the patient cannot be the reason for the patients to give up their lives that easily. Life something that should be valued at the first priority. And because today's debate is a policy debate, not a value debate, we believe that policy should be made rationally, not irrationally, because of just the reason of the patient suffering. And next is they said they extended this argument with the patients being healthy again. We believe that they are conveniently ignoring the patient who are in a vegetable state who has the possibility to gain their health again. Those who are in the vegetation state do have a little possibilities to gain their health again. So by that, when neglecting this and encourage those patients to get euthanasia, we believe that can lead to a misuse. And third of all, they said that voluntary euthanasia. We believe.
The part 3 is from closing government.
consists of three main arguments. The first one being life being an important value. The second being that people in their vegetation states cannot make their own decisions. And third, you've compared how euthanasia can be similar to suicide, and how doing euthanasia can cause a slippery slope effect and eventually make people think that life isn't an important value. So,
and for the third speakers from Sefa High School also give us evidence. It is from the Koreans as constitutional article not on 10 Korean. We must guarantee the right of people to seek the government seek happiness, and this also means that we have to guarantee the right of people to get up in people avoid pain. So this means that every go with police then give them a right to choose an enthusiast going with the police, and I would like therefore all rebut the above the proposition case. And for this section, Sefa High School give us how to reject POI, like no offset it and non-septic. And for the closing, and finally, human life is a dignity, not to be compromised through forceful extension.
Can do.
Can I, sir?
Not accepted. Finally, human life is a dignity not to be compromised through forceful extension. Thank you.
The last part is from closing opposition. And closing from the Global Donkeys High School is, they said, once allow doctor to kill a patient, we will not be able to limit the killing to those who want to die. This the quote from the philosopher Peter Singer. And Global Donkin High School give us closing with the quotation. And last but not least, Global Donkin High School give us linking back. They said, we opposition strongly opposite to this today's motion, and I'm very probably sure that we have taken this debate today. Maybe that's all for me. I'm sorry for all the mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.